Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we are going to be taking a look at Frog's F250 full-size invasion build. Now, just to get a couple of things out of the way, obviously this is a branded truck and therefore it is only available on PC, and if you want to learn a little bit more about how you can get your hands on this truck, I'll leave a link to his Discord in the description down below. Now, what is a full-size invasion build? Well, essentially, full-size invasion is an event that describes themselves as basically promoting the idea of getting your full-size 4x4 out on the trails. And if you guys would like to learn more about full-size invasion, I'll leave a link to their Facebook page in the description down below, where they have a bunch of really cool videos of full-size 4x4s, like, for example, this F250, not this exact one, but other F250s and F350s, other Fords, Dodges, Chevys, all off-road, rock crawling, and actually legitimately having a good time. Now, what we're going to be doing with this one is we're going to get it into the garage, we're going to do a full build on it, and then we are going to actually load it up on a trailer, haul it to the trails, and then see how it does off-road. So let's go ahead and get it into the garage. We're not even going to drive it over there. It's literally right there, so we're just going to recover it in. Now, this thing has a wild suspension underneath it. It has massive axles, huge leaf springs, and then dual shocks at every corner. Now, as far as performance goes, we're going for the performance tune on that 6.7 powerstroke. And then gearbox-wise, we're going with the off-road transmission, of course. Then we're going to go with the no-damage suspension, just so we can kind of bypass our way around some of the damage glitches that the game has. And the cool thing about this particular truck is the fact that it actually gives you the large size tires, like the 44s, for example, at the top of the list instead of making you scroll all the way to the bottom of the list. And I really like how he set that up. Now, you have Stickies, you have Patagonias, you have BFG KM3s, you have Cut Boggers, you have, like, let's see, M9060s, you have Treps, you have just about everything that you might want to put on a build like this. You've got Pit Bulls as well, you've got Super Swampers, you've got BFG ATs, like the KM2s, you've got, KO2s. These look more like KM2s. The KM2s are an MT. And then it starts to go kind of down the list, and eventually you get to these, which are essentially more 44s, but they're set into the wheel wells just a little bit more, and then you can also put dualies on this thing if you so desire. Now, I think for this build, we're probably going to go up and run the 44-inch Patagonias in the sort of wider size. And winch-wise, I mean, it's an offline winch kind of as it comes from the game. And hitch-wise, it doesn't really need one, but I'm going to throw the rack on there because I think the rack looks sick. And as far as badges go, you can once again swap out the 250 badges for 450 badges if you end up building this into a dually, which our other one that is outside waiting for us is a 450, and this one is going to remain a 250. Now, sidesteps-wise, this one isn't going to get sidesteps. I mean, really, I feel like all it needs is some beefy sliders, and that's all you'd be running on something like this. And then front bumper-wise, we're going to stick with this particular tube bumper, but this one is also a really nice option if you want a little bit more, kind of a little bit more of a desert truck style look, but this one for a crawler is absolutely on point. Now, taillights, I'm going to leave those in, and then white rock lights are going to be fine for this build, and then we're going to go with the tube rear bumper, which there's a little bit of a cut there, like right under the tailgate, but again, it's like, it's a full-size off-road build. I mean, there's going to be areas where you're going to be like, why did they do that? And then you're like, oh, clearance, so it doesn't smash into, like, every single rock. Now, if you want to take the bed liner out, you can, and that leaves you with kind of like just a bare bed, kind of like bed exterior with a frame at the bottom. That's completely up to you if you want to do that, but grills-wise, you have a stock grill colored, a stock grill blacked out, and you have a stock grill in chrome, or a Fab Fours Grumper grill, which obviously you need to run the corresponding bumper if you want that to be your choice. Now, we're going to do the all blacked out grill. And then headlights-wise, you have all sorts of different colors that you can go with the headlights. I might go with red headlights on this build because I think that would look really cool. Fab Fours Vical, you don't have to run it, and actually I think it looks really cool with it taken off. It also looks really good on there, but that's completely and totally up to you if you want to run it or not. And then, whoa, where am I going? Obviously not where I planned on going. Now, front fenders-wise, you have the stock fenders, you also have cut fenders, and then wide fenders. I'm going to go with the cut fenders on this thing because I think the cut fenders really suit suit the attitude of a crawler build. Now, tailgate-wise, this is where it gets really interesting. So, you have a platinum tailgate, you have a tailgate designed to tow a gooseneck, you also have a standard Super Duty tailgate. I'm going to leave the standard Super Duty tailgate on here, but again, the tailgate choice is completely up to y'all. Again, with the rear fenders, you have stock bed sides, cut bed sides, dually fenders, and then wide fenders. Now, exhaust-wise, you have a clean axle dump exhaust, you have an axle dump exhaust that actually has smoke, you have a single diamond stack, a single circular stack, and then diamond stacks and circular stacks in dual stack form. So we're going to do the axle dump with smoke on this one. And bed add-on wise, you have a bed cap. You also have a roll bar. I really think it actually looks interesting with the bed cap, although that'll probably be something that I run on a future build. Now, when it comes to the wheel selection, you have a really interesting assortment of both show-style wheels and off-road style wheels. Right now, I have these AEV-style wheels on this truck. I think they fit the idea of the build really, really well. But there are also, once we scroll through more of the show-style wheels, there are some KMC L1s, which I really, really like the way they look, and I may actually switch over to those on this. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen those AEV wheels on this truck before, so I think I'm going to run those for the meantime. But whatever wheel style you go with is completely up to you. Now, you also have a full selection of colors for this truck, and I mean like a full selection. Now, our tow rig version is kind of like a darker silver, and so that makes me want to do maybe like a brighter color on this one. But like some of the bright colors are like really, really bright, although I do really like the red, and I'm sure that somebody in the comment section is going to be like, of course you like the red! But you know what? The other one is gray, so I feel completely and totally okay with going with the red one. Now let's go ahead and leave the garage so you guys can see what this thing looks like out in the daylight. It looks and sounds amazing, and like those red LED headlights look incredible as well. So also, the tailgate is fully operational on this one, which is a really nice touch. Means you could, like, if you wanted to drive, you know, maybe something like a quad into the bed, you totally could. And then, as far as the suspension modes go, you can also raise that up because you have a fully active suspension model. Now, what the heck? Why did I put the handbrake on? I'm not sure why that was a thing, but let's not do it again. I really like the way this thing is set up. It's actually a really nice, like, kind of combination between crawler and adventure truck with that roof rack. So let's make our way up onto the gooseneck. And we'll get this thing sort of semi-centered. And not bad. It's close enough-ish. And let's go ahead and swap over to the F450. And let's change... Oh, we were already in high mode on that suspension. All right, let's fire it up. And then we're going to get the ramps up. See, there we go. Wow, the ramps came up on the first go that time. That's not always the case. Wait a minute. There we go. Got to strap it down, and now we can head out to the trails. Now, this whole setup, to me, is like, it's one of those setups where it's like dream setup stuff, you know? Like heading out on a road trip with an F450 with your fully built, like full-size invasion-style F250 trail truck on your trailer. That's like absolute, you know, dream level bucket list stuff in my mind. It really, really is. Now, the trail that we're headed to, let me check the GPS. The trail that we're headed to is probably going to be not this obstacle course up here, but I think I really want to do something along the lines of maybe like this area, and I've never entered this particular canyon from that side before, so we're gonna go to probably this area right here and connect to that trail. That's an entry point that I have personally never used, so I'm really excited to see how that goes from the standpoint of just having ourselves an adventure. Now, on the way out there, we really get to take in how this map really does an incredible job at replicating the scenery that you would see kind of out there in like, kind of in the western US, sort of in like the mixture between like the mountains and the desert. It really, like I said before, does an amazing job of bringing that kind of vibe to life in SnowRunner. Also, I really like how our dually is set up with like, it's nothing crazy. It's just like steel wheels and some MTs, you know, a nice suspension, but it's like a no-frills work truck. It really, truly is. It's just like, it is a tow rig that's ready to just go to work. Whereas the truck on the trailer is, I mean, it is full on just ready to hit the trails, ready to hit the rocks. Don't mind the C8 Corvette on atomic axles being towed by a Tundra right there. Absolutely nothing to worry about on that one. Nope, nothing to worry about, nothing to see there. Now, we shouldn't be too far off from our unload point. I've unloaded a lot of trucks right here before, but this is not going to be the point at which we will unload this one. Let's see. And just a little bit further on up. I love the way this thing sounds, by the way. Like, I know we've heard this particular engine sound before, but man, it's honestly a really, really good sounding truck. I'm going to throw it in high because I don't feel like it's going to be too over the top as long as I feather the throttle. And actually, locking it into high makes it a little bit more consistent on the uphill sections, so long as you don't lose too much speed and bog it out, which I've done that before, and that is not fun. All right, let's make it up over these next couple of hills, and I think after we come around another corner, we should be in the general area that I wanted to unload in. Now, I don't know if the area that I wanted to unload was an official trail or just well, kind of like a trail-ish, but let's see if we were right or not. All right, let's go through this little miniature canyon here, miniature ravine, and there should be a spot coming up pretty soon to get everything unloaded. Whoa! Had to hit the trailer brakes for a second there. This thing was not too happy with me. It was not too happy with me at all. I'm not sure why as well. I'm having some odd frame fluctuations too. Not sure if that's a map thing or a truck thing or like a combination of both. A little bit strange. Alright, I think I found our unloading area. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, that's exactly where I wanted to unload. It looks like the area I saw on the map too. Although I do want to get a look at this in photo mode because, man, like, that is absolutely, like, what a setup that is. Wow, look at this thing on the trailer, too. Like, man, the level of just, like, absolute send it that this is. I mean, this is full send on all levels. It really, truly is full send on all levels right here. Like, top-notch stuff. Absolutely top-notch stuff. Let's move this thing just a little bit further up the road, and I might back it into that dirt trail, just so we have a little bit of an unloading area that's not directly on the road. All right. Easy. Not bad. All right, she's got it. And let's go ahead and get the ramps down. Should have put the parking brake on. But, oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, stop engine and unpack trucks. Let's go ahead and swap over to the full-size Invasion Super Duty and back you off the trailer and see how you do on some of these trails. Let me get you turned around real quick. Not that it would be worried about that angle. I mean, it's like, don't worry about it. I'm fine. Like, literally, I put it at a kind of a weird angle, and it was like, yeah, nope, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. We're good. Also, there's a fork in the trail right here, and I need to figure out which way we should be going. We should be going right, because that will drop us down into this ravine over here, which is exactly where we want to be. Bro, look at that view. Got a crazy view of the rock bridge from here, too. I've never dropped in from this angle. I've literally, whoa, that the trail goes left, and I did not realize the trail went left. Okay. Cool thing about this trail entry is the fact that it kind of warms you up a little bit. It's not rocky right off the bat. It's just really flexy. And then once you get a little bit further into it, it's like, oh, okay, you're warmed up now. Yeah, you can have all the rocks. Oh, there you go. A little bit of a, like, we beached it for a second there, but it's no worries. We were able to kind of, like, scoot the truck up and over. Would have only dragged the frame just a little bit, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. All right, nice and easy down that little, not bad. Now, where does that go? That goes, oh, that goes down into the obstacle course. Yeah, we don't want to go down in there. This thing is, trust me, it's very capable. But that obstacle course is gnarly. That obstacle course has, like, done-in vehicles that are, you know, way more insane than this thing. Oh, we got a little bit of rocker damage there, but you know what? I mean, hey, it's trail damage. It's no worries. All right, I see some rocks coming up around the next corner, which is exactly what we're looking for. I have a feeling this thing is going to be a monster in the rocks. There we go, up and over. Actually, with this off-road transmission, the gear ratio in kind of low plus is exactly where you want to be for kind of a nice cruising pace on this trail. Not sure about how it would feel in, like, with the highway transmission, but with the off-road transmission, man, like, that low plus is a really good, like, trail cruising ratio. It really, really is. It's actually exactly where I would want to be for some real, like, realistic trail riding. Not bad, dude. Easy. I hit the rocker again, but we're not going to worry about that. Oh, okay. Yep, it's going to get a little bit gnarly from here on out, I think. Let me back up. Resituate myself. Dude, the grip of this thing, though, on the rocks. I mean, it's really putting those Patagonias to work, I'll tell you that. It's so satisfying, though, to watch this thing do what it does. It is so insanely satisfying, especially for a truck that's, like, this big. I love watching, like, full-size trucks go through obstacles like this. Yo, this winds its way all the way down and then makes another, kind of like another right-hand hairpin. This is a super fun and realistic trail. I'm actually really surprised that we've never been through through this route before on this map. All right, easy. Not bad. There you go. Let the front end drop down. Kind of a bad angle there. It's going to be a little bit weird to kind of rotate ourselves around, but let me see if I can rotate this thing a little bit in reverse. There we go. Whoa, this is steep. This is like a chute. Holy crap. All right, ultra low. There we go. Dude, going back up this would be gnarly. Find a little bit of... There we go. Not bad. Not bad, bro. This thing just, like, it puts in the work. Sheesh. Oh, I see what we're doing here. We're actually trying to go to the right. That's a little bit, like, that's a little bit confusing. I'm not sure how I feel about that spot because... Oh, wow, okay. So it actually rotated really, really well. There you go. Nice and easy down this section as well. Should I bypass this one? I mean, it doesn't really give me any incentive to go around the main corner, so... we're just gonna go a little bit more like right through on that one. Easing it on through. Bro, this thing is so good. And it's so much fun to drive. That's the biggest thing that I keep going back to, is that it's so smooth, it's so much fun to drive, and more importantly, it's so incredibly realistic. Like, it is genuinely a properly realistic truck. And I love the fact that it was designed to look like it was straight out of full-size Invasion. I mean, that's probably the coolest part about the entire build to me. Oh, we got a nice little climb here. Oh, we had a weird bounce off of the hill on that one. Let me see if I can rotate it around. A little bit of an iffy line here. I'm trying to just get everything nice and rotated. Come on, there you go. All right, give it a little bit of fuel to it. Fine grip at the front end. There you go. I actually really like the wheelbase on this thing as well. Like, the wheelbase actually really, really works. I mean, it works incredibly well for trails like this. I mean, this right here, literally this trail that we're on right now, is possibly one of the most fun and most realistic trails I have found on this map yet. And I love how this map has been out for like a little bit of a while now, and there are still areas that I haven't seen yet. So super, super cool on that one. The map, if you're curious, by the way, is Desert Proving Grounds Stage 1. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.